My name is Alex Johnson. What was the next question? My role in the team? I think I'm a designer, and
TAC is really based on a Nickelodeon license that was created with THQ for computer games and for consoles at the same time. And it's about a little shaman character, about 14 years old, who lives in the jungle with his tribe, who casts humorous and dodgy spells to make things happen, solve puzzles and do generous things like that in a humorous and funny way, apparently.
TAC is tasked with cleaning a ceremonial shrine, which he's very much unhappy to do, because he thinks it's beneath him. He uses his magic to take a few shortcuts and accidentally smashes the place up and unleashes 4 gross beasts onto the land.
So TAC goes out there and he tries to find these big grosstrosities, as we're calling them, and he'll jump onto them. He'll climb up, he'll use all his parkour skills, he'll use magic that he finds along the way, helped by his juju friends, and he'll get to the head. When he does so, he'll fight eyes, he'll dodge teeth, and he'll pull the essence out as best he can.
he is the James Bond of the jungle. Absolutely. I mean, if I was a woman, I would want to be with him. And as a man, yeah, I wouldn't mind being him. He's got a feather.
I think with TAC, we can honestly say that the environments are characters in their own right. They literally are. We've got these 4 big Gs running around the landscape that TAC climbs all over, does things on, pokes eyes out, or climbs up the back, goes through the stomachs, things like that. So we can honestly say that the environments themselves become a major part of the story and characters within their own right.
As an animator, the most challenging part of TAC and the Guardians of Gross was the parkour system.
Parkour is jumping from building to building, or freestyle running, getting to other places as quickly as possible using the urban landscape around.
It was invented in 1846 by Jean-Luc Pierre Cardin. He lived on, I think it was the 3rd floor of the Eiffel Tower, and the story has it, or legend has it, that the lift from the bottom to the 3rd floor was broken one day, and he had to find a way of getting into his flat to feed his cat, who was also called Jean-Pierre.
Well, pretty much all of the animations on TAC were motion captured. We basically built a huge set of each level and just filmed different people running around, climbing, jumping off, casting magic spells, and this was all videoed.
I think with RocFish we really wanted to make a mature next-gen title, and when TAC came along we were all obviously excited about it, but we had to have one really way of releasing the angst of the team, really, and the only way really was to make sure the boss fights were as gruesome as possible. And the best the team could come up with every boss fight is pretty much poking out the eyes of every single big G.
The big Gs in the game are giant creatures created from a magical essence, and each has their own characteristics and abilities.
I think that the player will see in Snotvartan his underlying charitable nature. I think that from the way he walks and from some of the ways that he roars and laughs, you can tell that he's got a direct debit set up to shelter.
I mean, what is the Stink G's motivation? Is it to just stink everything up, you know? Say, this area over here, this Taxville little village, it's not stinky enough for me. I'm going to stink it up. Because that's quite selfish, so he may be a selfish character.
The game means to me, I think the game is a really great kids game. I think it's really nice. It's got some really nice levels in there and it looks fantastic, so I'm quite proud of it.
It's very cheesy, particularly on a cheese level. I did have to research into various types of cheese. It was a very sickening process.
No, there's definitely not enough blue. I think we needed a water world. Well, why do people not like Waterworld anyway? That's a great film. That Kevin Costner in it. Dry Land's not a myth. I love that film. So yeah, we had technical limitations with creating large moving environments in TAC. Obviously, it was on PS2, so we're limited in sort of how big our environments could be and loaded into memory at one point. So we had to come up with a number of cheats.
The most challenging thing about making the minigames was getting the Wii Swing to work properly with the controller that the publishers actually liked, which was impossible. Publishers were unreasonable.
So this is a TAC Special Nunu Edition. It's the special collector's edition of the game, which will be limited to 1 million units in PAL territory, so you really need to get that pre-order in now if you'd like a copy of the game. It's covered in beautiful artwork that you really could effectively leave this on your coffee table and impress all your friends, really win them over. Yeah. You get this groovy TAC figurine, he's going to look really great next to the Big Daddy one. You also get a copy of Puka Nunu Jive. So yeah, as you see, it's a really true collector's edition. So yeah, get a nice shot because next time you see it, it'll probably be on eBay.
You know, it's the name. It's a rock and it's a fish. Put them together and you've got a RocFish. It's a team of a fish and a rock, really. It's a team.
I think the sugar rush of cake is a key aspect of any game development, really. I think without it, you'd be dealing with projects that run on and on, go over schedule, over budget. Nobody fixes any bugs unless they're high on sugar, really.
I think that the abundance of cakes in Team RocFish really accounts for the high energy, high octane way we develop things in the morning. I really can't explain why in the afternoon we develop things in quite a sort of slow and headachy way. I think that's probably David Wu's fault.
I think for any dev team, it's clear that a decent project director has to have quite a good beard and quite a well-trimmed beard as well, because that's where the power comes from in regards to scheduling a dev team and making sure they do a game that is fun and on time.
I think it's like a landing strip for pork pies. So he's got it in his hand, not too sure where his mouth is. You can feel the beard. It's like a landing strip. You go, oh, there we go. In. As simple as that. Because what else are the reasons going to be? I mean, seriously. Seriously.
RocFish rocks. Yay!
Okay, that's fine.